realization of becoming Hokage, Naruto had to be the savior of Konoha. With that, Tamashii created their sage. So take a look at the newest Naruto to join the SH Figuarts line. And in this video, guys, we're gonna take a look at everything you need to know about Sage Naruto. We're gonna talk about place, we're gonna talk about price, and we're also gonna talk about the most important part about this figure, and that's everything you're going to get inside the package. So thank you so much for joining the channel today. I am Snook, and let's dive right into the very first photo. Now we're gonna take a look at the faceplates and hands here in a second. The first thing I wanna point out of two really huge deals is the first thing is going to be the Rasengan. Yes, the first photo shown in today's video comes with an effects piece for Sage Naruto, and I really do appreciate Tamashii taking this very serious when it comes to effects pieces that matter for certain characters. The Rasengan for Naruto, the Kamehameha for Goku, and probably one of the newest one is the Spirit Gun for Yusuke. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a card up in the corner over here so you can take a look at that video, but they're doing it again, guys, with the Sage Naruto coming to this SH Figuarts line. And this is becoming more and more of a staple in anime figures of more common appearances with effects pieces inside the package. And I'm right behind Tamashii when they make these decisions, because sometimes these effects pieces are part of the character and it just makes sense. So let's go ahead and clean that up. We know we're getting that effects piece. The other huge deal is going to be his jacket. If you notice, there is a texture difference, and the texture difference is because this right here, guys, his cloak of Sage Naruto is coming with soft goods. And the fact that Tamashii keeps pushing the boundary of these figures by giving us better and better figures through innovation and trying something new. We tried the effects pieces. That's starting to work out almost in every single figure, like I said before. Now we're getting soft goods in more and more lines. Its newest introduction to the Naruto line is a welcome sight. We're adding it to Chainsaw Man through Makima. We're adding it to the Dragon Ball Z line with the new Teen Gohan coming out. So there's a lot of innovation, and it's really a welcome sight to be introduced into the Naruto line. So let me stop gloating about the soft goods and clean that up, but we need to talk about the hands that are in here, because it's pretty common about what we talk about in these videos. We talk about everything you need to know, and that does include the hands and the faceplates. The first faceplate is just a pretty basic smiling face. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Looks really good. The detail in his eyes and the fact that you can notice he's in Sage mode, but it's definitely not like pixelated. It looks even. The printing job on these faces are just getting better and better. Moving down to the hands, we've got a Jutsu hand and a Rasengan holding hand. I assume this one either has a peg hole in his palm or it actually has a stake coming out of it. I do not think this is one of the instances where it's the Rasengan attached to the hand. They've been doing that on and off for other figures like Beast Gohan. His special beam cannon Kamehameha wave was attached to his hand. I don't think that's the case here. I think it's a standard peg hole in the palm. Well, guys, taking a look at the next photo here, it is a full body shot from the previous zoomed in photo that we saw. The one thing I want to point out is this body here. It's a pretty common body if you have the re-release of the Shippuden Naruto. The only thing new on this figure is going to be the cloak, and it's going to be the Sage Mode faces. I do hope that there's tweaks here and there from that initial release of the Shippuden Naruto, but I don't want to be a pessimist, but I do believe it is almost the exact same figure as before, just without accessories to make him the Sage Mode. So let's go ahead and clean this up. The last thing I'm going to point out in this figure is going to be this right here. It is part of the jacket, just to show you that that soft good is going to have a wire down the outside edges. So I have no problem with them doing the expected wire in the soft goods to make this posability work for the figure. Well, guys, here is the next photo of Sage Naruto. He is in an action pose, showing us a little bit more about that articulation, but he does have new accessories. So let's go ahead and point those out. The first thing is going to be the relaxed hand there and the relaxed hand here. So we do get a set for both right and left of this hand mold. Pretty expected, nothing special there. Let's move that out of the way and take a look at the faceplate. The faceplate is going to be the grimacing face. It's going to be that fighting face like he's getting really serious, or in this case, throwing a high kick. And it does kind of confirm my suspicions, because I'm pretty sure that my previous Naruto, our Shippuden Naruto that we already have that was $35, is going to be this figure. I hope not. I hope they made some improvements, but I'm not leaning in that direction. Well, guys, we'll get back to the Savior of Konoha here in a second, but first thing I want to ask is if you're enjoying this video, please do me a huge favor by putting a like on the video. If you're enjoying the content, you might subscribe, because right here on YouTube, we collect together. So let's go ahead and jump right back into Sage Mode Naruto. All right, guys, so the next one is probably the most exciting for me. It is the Rasengan Barrage. Looks really awesome. The fact that we're getting not one, but we're actually getting two Rasengans to be able to do the Rasengan Barrage is really huge. We also get a yelling face in here, and we've already pointed out this hand before from the very first photo of it being have a peg in his hand. I believe it is the same way over here. I don't know how I missed this in the first initial photos, but the other thing I'm going to point out is the scroll. I completely blanked and did not point out that we are getting the scroll that goes on Naruto's back with the strap around his body. And maybe I just blanked over it because the excitement from the soft goods and the Rasengans that we're gonna get in this figure. So I hope the next photos coming forward will really show us a lot more that this figure is gonna come with. Well, guys, Tamashii is going big with this huge announcement of Naruto not coming with one, not two, but three effects pieces, and one of them being the Rasen Shuriken, this bad boy right up here at the top. That's insane to me. Love the fact that we're getting everything we need inside this box of Sage Naruto to only have to own one. But we have already seen the Rasen Shuriken before come out in the previous Naruto photo, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on those effects pieces. We do have an open palm hand here. We do have a different hand under here. I think it's another palm hand like this one here, just with a peg in the bottom so we can hold the Rasen Shuriken. All right, so let's clean that up and take a look at the faceplate. It is going to be a straight up yelling face. Pretty common when it comes to fighting anime. They do scream at each other a lot, but just looking at the aesthetic of this guy, he does look really, really intense. Really awesome that they're really being able to nail the likeness of anime coming forward. This is spot on from what the anime represents. All right, so last thing I want to point out in this one is going to be the scroll again. This is a better look at the scroll. I know we missed it in previous photos, but you cannot miss it in this photo here. The color application looks about right, but there is one thing that worries me about the scroll. Let's go ahead and clean this up so you can take a look at it. It is bulky. It does look very big. My worry is the weight. Is Naruto going to be able to stand there fairly easy with this weight of this scroll on his back? A lot of times when it comes to other SH Figuarts, like say Raditz or Jace, when they have a lot of hair behind them, the weight makes them want to lean back and fall back. So they're really not easy to stand on their own, and I'm wondering if this Sage Naruto is going to have those exact issues. But let's go ahead and move to the next photo and keep this hype train going for Sage Naruto. All right, guys, so they are bringing out all the stops when it comes to showing on this figure. They are really making a huge dynamic poses and showing you how cool this figure could look in your displays. Take a look at this one, guys. There's nothing new in this photo that we haven't seen. Now, my question is it going to come with this stand? Or are they just showing the stand and giving you an option saying, hey, if you have any of our stands, you can do this with it? But other than that, guys, we've seen this relaxed hand before, we've seen the fist before, and we've seen the grimacing face. So everything in this photo we've seen before. It's just a different presentation that Tamashii is giving you so you can see what you're able to do in your own displays if you decide to pick up Sage Naruto. Well, guys, let's bring down the excitement and get a little bit more zen with this photo right here. It is going to be Sage Naruto meditating. We do have these meditation hands here, and we do have this faceplate right here. It is his closed eyes to try and pull as much sage energy into his body as possible so he can collect what he needs to go up against the mighty pain. Just the variation that we're able to get with this figure, from meditation to fighting to yelling to standing there looking stoic. It's really exciting the amount of accessories we're getting in this Sage Naruto. One thing I want to point out, I don't know if I showed it in the photos, he is going to actually come with crossed arms. Those crossed arms are going to work a little bit differently than you've probably seen in the past. They do usually disconnect at the top of the shoulders. That is not the way that Sage Naruto is going to have his crossed arms connected. They are going to disconnect right here past the elbow, and then that way it's easier to assemble the crossed arms. I don't know about you guys, but I've had more than enough fits trying to connect crossed arms when you're trying to get those butterflies to really work with you. This should alleviate a lot of the issues when you're putting those crossed arms together by having them disconnect right past the elbows, which would be really nice and efficient when you're trying to go from one pose to another. Now, there was another exciting tease for the next Naruto SH Figuarts coming out, and we'll cover that a little bit later, but I want to finish up by Sage Naruto by going in probably what you want to know the most, and that is where you can get them and how much is Sage Naruto. And if you guys been part of my channel for a while now, you know about Premium Bandai, and yes, Sage Naruto, Savior of Konoha, is going to be a Premium Bandai exclusive. Now, if you're new here, Premium Bandai is the online retailer for exclusive Naruto and some Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. These are usually reserved for more exciting pieces or higher end pieces or more niche level characters that necessarily wouldn't sell in an open general market. Sage Naruto is going to join that exclusivity by being a Premium Bandai exclusive. He is up for pre-order right now, so if you're interested in this figure, if you need a Sage Naruto for your collection, there will be a link down in the description below to pre-order your figure. And yes, right here on the channel, guys, we are affiliates with Premium Bandai, so if you want to support the channel, if you buy from Premium Bandai, you can click that link. Doesn't cost you a thing, it just helps support the channel. And the price point of Sage Naruto is going to be a hefty $90 US. He is slotted for a November of 2024 release. And the exciting news, if you are willing to pick up your Sage Naruto, during the announcement of Sage Naruto, they showed off that we are getting Pain. Pain is hinted to come next to the SH Figuarts line, and you bet your bottom dollar that right here on the channel, we will cover that if Pain or when Pain is announced on the channel. Now, let me know down in the comments below, guys, what is your thoughts on Sage Naruto? Are you a Naruto collector? Are you interested in this line? Or are these prices for Tamashii just kind of outpricing you? I appreciate everybody that has got to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Snook. I'll see you in the next one.